Making decisions is a fundamental part of life. Whether we're choosing a career path, deciding how to spend our time, or navigating complex relationships, the ability to make thoughtful decisions is essential. Yet, decision-making can often feel overwhelming, especially when we're faced with uncertainty. Questions race through our minds. What if I make the wrong choice? What if something unexpected happens? These doubts can cloud our thinking, leaving us stuck in a loop of indecision. But what if there was a way to cut through this uncertainty? A method to approach decisions with clarity, confidence, and peace of mind? This is where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that originated in Greece over 2,000 years ago, offers profound insights into the art of decision-making. Its teachings are not about suppressing emotions or ignoring life's challenges, but about learning to navigate them with wisdom and resilience. At its core, Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This simple yet powerful principle can transform the way we approach uncertainty and make decisions, big or small. To understand how the Stoic approach can help us, we first need to look at the role of uncertainty in decision-making. Uncertainty is an unavoidable part of life. We can never predict the future with complete accuracy, and external factors often influence the outcomes of our choices. This unpredictability can trigger fear, anxiety, and hesitation. We start to overanalyze every possible scenario, trying to eliminate all risks before moving forward. But this pursuit of certainty is an illusion. It's a trap that can keep us paralyzed. The Stoics remind us that uncertainty is not the enemy. It's simply a part of the human experience. Instead of resisting it, they teach us to shift our perspective. Rather than focusing on the unknown, we turn our attention inward, asking ourselves what is within our power to influence. This shift in mindset is liberating. It allows us to let go of the weight of things we cannot control and focus our energy on the decisions and actions that truly matter. So, how do we apply this Stoic perspective in practice? The first step is to use a framework rooted in one of the key Stoic principles, the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is the idea that everything in life can be divided into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot. This distinction is central to Stoicism, and it serves as a guide for decision-making. When faced with a decision, start by asking yourself, what aspects of this situation are within my control? For example, let's say you're considering a career change. You can control your preparation, researching options, updating your skills, and applying for roles. You can control how much effort you put into the process and how you choose to present yourself. But you cannot control the job market, the decisions of hiring managers, or unforeseen economic shifts. By focusing on what you can control, you free yourself from the stress of trying to manage the uncontrollable. Next, the Stoic framework encourages us to embrace rationality. In moments of uncertainty, emotions like fear, frustration, or impatience can cloud our judgment. The Stoics valued reason as a tool to rise above these emotions and see situations clearly. One way to practice this is by stepping back and viewing your decision from an outside perspective. Imagine you're giving advice to a friend in the same situation. What would you tell them? This exercise helps strip away the emotional noise and brings clarity to your thought process. Another key Stoic technique is premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves imagining the possible challenges or obstacles that could arise from a decision, not as a form of worry, but as a way to prepare yourself mentally. For example, if you're deciding whether to move to a new city, you might consider what would happen if you don't immediately find a sense of community. By acknowledging this possibility in advance, you can create a plan to address it, such as joining local groups or staying connected with friends. Premeditatio malorum helps you approach potential setbacks with resilience rather than surprise. The Stoics also placed great importance on aligning decisions with one's values. They believed that living a virtuous life, one guided by principles like courage, honesty, and fairness, was the ultimate goal. When making a decision, reflect on whether your choice aligns with your core values. If a choice compromises your integrity or leads you away from what matters most to you, it may not be the right path. Stoicism teaches us that true fulfillment comes not from external outcomes, but from living in accordance with our principles. Finally, the Stoic approach to decision-making emphasizes action. Overthinking and hesitation can be paralyzing, but the Stoics remind us that inaction is also a choice, and often not the most productive one. Once you've evaluated what you can control, applied reason, prepared for challenges, and aligned your choice with your values, the next step is to act. The result may not always be perfect, but action is how we learn, grow, and move forward. Even if a decision doesn't lead to the outcome you hoped for, it provides valuable insights that inform future choices. At the heart of the Stoic approach is a sense of peace. By focusing on what is within our control, we can let go of the anxiety that comes from trying to manage the uncontrollable. We recognize that we are not defined by the outcomes of our decisions, but by the intentions and effort we bring to them. This perspective allows us to approach uncertainty not with fear, but with confidence and calm. To recap, the Stoic method for decision-making begins with accepting uncertainty as a natural part of life. We use the dichotomy of control to identify what we can influence and let go of what we cannot. We rely on reason to clarify our thinking, practice premeditatio malorum to prepare for challenges, and ensure our decisions align with our values. Finally, we take deliberate action, trusting that our efforts will guide us in the right direction. I encourage you to try this Stoic approach the next time you're faced with a difficult decision. Take a moment to pause, reflect on what you can control, and focus on aligning your actions with your principles. You may find that clarity emerges where there was once confusion, and confidence replaces doubt. Thank you for exploring this Stoic method for navigating uncertainty and making thoughtful decisions. Remember, every decision you make is an opportunity to practice mindfulness, resilience, and intentionality. While you cannot predict the future, you can choose how you respond to the present. May the wisdom of Stoicism guide you toward clarity and peace in all aspects of your life.